Hey, this is the Night Phoenix, and you're watching part 37 of my Wizard 101 playthrough. Alright, so in this part, I will start up where I left off with the firecat side missions.
Hey there, esteemed wizard. I collect unique and rare relics from all over the spiral. I was supposed to find a bloodstone ring for a young lady in Celestia, but the ghosts have it. Defeat the haunted minions until you find the ring, then bring it to me for a reward.
Alright, so first I need to find the bloodstone off of one of the haunted minions located here. On past wizards that I've had a really hard time finding it. It would take like 10 to 12 battles to find it. But it only took me like 2. As you can see, the first one failed, but this next one I'll find it. Alright, so like in the past, haunted minion, not too difficult. Scorpion should kill it, or will kill it. But I fizzled, so I'm gonna go with my second choice, which is this snow serpent. Alright, so after collecting that, I just have to go and talk to Shellis again, and then receive a new quest.
You found the ring? Splendid. Here's a fine reward for your efforts. I bet that young lady will love it. Hello again, young wizard. Are you interested in another job? One of those skeletal warriors once called Mushu his own. Somehow, he got hold of a samurai sword, but it belongs in its owner's hands. Defeat him and retrieve his sword, the spirit of Mukagawa. I will reward you handsomely.
Alright, so now I need to find the sword of Mukagawa from one of the skeletal warriors. Because they're located pretty far away, I would recommend leaving a mark close by Shellis. I just barely remembered to do that. Unlike the Bloodstone, which I had no difficulty finding, this, as with all my wizards, was extremely difficult to find. There was the first battle, failed to find it, and this is me just getting the ice prism because I completely forgot to add that in. The ice prism would definitely be a good choice here. I know a lot of people don't really know how to use the ice prism. They're not really that difficult. The only time you would ever use that would be if, well, the only 2 times you ever use that would be if they use a fire shield and you can well, would be if they use an ice shield and you can bypass that using the prism, or you're facing an ice type and you need to use a fire type, so the prism would change the ice into fire and would do super damage against it. Be super effective. And after, what, 5 tries, you try again and fail again. Oh wait, no, this was where I actually did find it, and the kid who just said go firecat will join me later on and bring in another skeletal warrior. And sometime during this battle, I thought it was this guy who was asking me to be his friend, but apparently it was some other person who was behind me. So I said yes without knowing who it was, which just stunk. Oh yeah, so skeletal warriors. Blacked out for a second. Again, like all the other past battles, not too difficult. Recommend using fire types, or if you don't have any fire types, ice prism, and then use an ice type. Yeah, the person helping me needs to find the fingers, and I, of course, need to find the sword. Alright, so here comes the part where the kid asked me. I'm not sure where he is. I might be able to see him, because this is pre-recorded. I'm not doing this at the same time. I'm not recording. Here it is. I thought it was him. Should have guessed it wasn't. And I don't see him. Alright, so that's it for this part. Now you have to go talk to Chalice. I thought I'd be able to get in the boss fight that finishes off the firecat quest, but I've had to make that into a separate part because it took so long to do.
The spirit of the samurai Mukagawa. I will find its rightful owner. Well done, young wizard. I recently learned that Wormguts, a nasty ghoul, has stolen a relic from the museum in Marleybone. It's called the Sleeper's Timepiece. It's a simple pocket watch that can bring nightmares to life. Wormguts lives in a tower somewhere on Firecat Alley. Defeat him and bring me the Sleeper's Timepiece, and I will reward you as never before.
Alright, so that's it for this part. And I'll see you in part 38, where I battle Wormguts for the timepiece. So see you then.